The shooter, wearing dark clothing, had fired from the rooftop of the Lucy Center, roughly 200 yards away from where Kirk sat.
Welcome back, guys. Today, we go ahead and unravel the Charlie Kirk assassin. Let's go ahead and get right into it.
It's September 10th, 2025, at Utah Valley University. At 11:50 a.m., Charlie Kirk was setting up for his campus event. At 12 o'clock, Kirk was getting underway with his debate, settling into his familiar setup under a white tent covered with the American Comeback Tour branding. At 12:10, everything changed. What you're about to see has implications that could reshape how we discuss politics in America. This is the story of a single shot that sent shockwaves through a nation already divided. Charlie Kirk was the founder of Turning Point USA, a campus activist and social media personality who had built a massive following, over 15 million followers across platforms and over 1 billion collective views. But here's what's crucial about who Charlie Kirk was. He held no political office, no government position. He was simply a private citizen exercising his First Amendment rights. A husband to his wife Erica, a father to two.
You know, there's a few people that don't know that Charlie Kirk really was just a regular citizen. He wasn't a part of any office. He wasn't Congress or any lawmaking. Or I saw some of his clips. It appears that he would question, he would challenge people to think outside the box, and he appeared to be a very experienced debater, and he always had his facts somewhat put together. But let's keep going.
2 young children, an advocate, and an activist. Nothing more, nothing less. The American Comeback Tour was Kirk's latest venture, a multi-campus speaking series planned for the fall of 2025.
This guy was going on tour. University to university, college to college, right here, University of South Florida. He was in Florida in February, goes to Illinois in April, Texas in April, even Wyoming in April. So this guy is traveling across the United States, visiting these campuses. I'm not really sure what was the total purpose of him visiting these campuses. You know, he wasn't representing a debate team, but he was debating for sure with a lot of these guys.
Utah Valley University was stop number 1. The university had initially faced pressure to cancel the event. An online petition calling for administrators to bar Kirk from appearing received nearly 1,000 signatures. But the university stood.
Okay, and a lot of people don't know that. Before he showed up to that university, the students in that university were trying to get him not to come. And they, as you saw, they try to get a petition going.
Firm, citing First Amendment rights and their commitment to free speech, intellectual inquiry, and constructive dialogue. Kirk himself had posted on social media last week about the controversy, writing, "What's going on in Utah?" He had no idea what was coming. At 11:50 a.m., Charlie Kirk took the stage at Utah Valley University. The outdoor courtyard was packed with an estimated 3,000 people, students, community members, supporters, critics alike, and his family. The event was part of Kirk's signature Prove Me Wrong format, where he would invite anyone to challenge his conservative viewpoints in open.
I don't know if you guys seen this clip, but he was speaking with this young woman. He goes to colleges only, so this is not at a high school or anything like that. So all these kids must be 18 and up, and I call them kids, but they're adults. This was a very viral one. He was speaking with this individual here, and throughout their conversation, her boob pops out. I can't say it was by accident because she pulled her shirt down herself, but she did put a post out afterwards saying that when she gets nervous, she's very fidgety.
By 12:10 p.m., Kirk was 20 minutes into his presentation when the conversation turned into a particularly sensitive topic: mass shootings and gun violence. It was the kind of subject that often generated the most heated exchanges at his events, touching on Second Amendment rights, mental health, and societal factors behind violence. Do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years? Someone in the crowd asked.
Why ask that question? Do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years? Why ask that question? I mean, who cares? Who cares if the mass shooter was a transgender? Does that really matter? Does it mean something? To me, if you're a mass shooter, you're a horrible individual. I don't need anything else beyond that. I don't need to know your name. I don't need to know your gender. I don't need to know the color of your hair. I don't need to know nothing. All I need to know is that you're a piece of crap.
Kirk, never one to shy away from controversial topics, responded, "Too many." The questioner, unsatisfied with the response, followed up. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years? Kirk paused. Then, a single shot rang out.
Gang violence. Great.
The shooter, wearing dark clothing, had fired from the rooftop of the Lucy Center, roughly 200 yards away from where Kirk sat. The bullet struck Kirk in the neck with surgical precision. Blood immediately began pouring from the wound as he slumped over in his chair, his hand.
It was too coincidental that within 20 minutes, the conversation's about shootings, and then he gets shot. That was just too coincidental to me.
Instinctively reaching towards the injury. The crowd's reaction was immediate chaos. Some people dropped to the ground, unsure if more shots were coming. Others ran in panic towards the exits. Security personnel rushed the stage.
Do you know how dangerous it is for a crowd of 3,000 people to be in mass panic? If these guys all started running, anybody that gets in the way, they're going to get trampled over. They could pass away with a crowd of 3,000 people running over that person. Have 3,000 people running over you. See if you're going to make it. You won't.
Their training kicking in as they tried to assess the threat and protect the wounded activist. Within seconds, Kirk's security team reached him. They dragged him backwards, pulling him away from his exposed position. They shielded him from potential additional gunfire while frantically attempting to stop the bleeding from his neck wound, their urgency evident as they attempted to save his life. Kirk's wife, Erica, and their 2 young children were in attendance that day. They had come to support him, as they often did at his events. Instead, they watched in horror as a husband and father.
That's crazy. You're a little kid and you see your dad die right in front of you. Or you're married and your husband dies right in front of you. The guy died right in front of his family.
Was gunned down in broad daylight for expressing his political beliefs. The precision of this attack suggests we may be dealing with someone with significant firearms training and experience. A 200-yard shot with a single bullet to a vital area, the neck, appearing to strike the jugular region, indicates a level of marksmanship that goes beyond casual gun ownership. This precision was immediately recognized by witnesses and experts alike.
That was pretty precise. Not even in a video game do I get a shot off that good. That was a good shot. 1 bullet, 1 kill. Your regular guy who goes to the shooting range, can he pull that off just by going to the shooting range? Can the shooting range give you enough practice? If you go enough, can you be that good? Let me know, guys, in the comments.
I think whoever did it was a good shooter, a sharp shooter. It was 1 shot right directly to the heart, and we need to find out who did this.
This was not a spray of bullets hoping to hit the target. This was a 1 shot, 1 kill. The shooter's positioning on the Lucy Center rooftop provided a clear line of sight while maintaining distance from security. The choice of location suggests tactical planning and understanding of sight lines and escape routes. There are unconfirmed reports of video evidence captured from a side angle of the Lucy Center building that allegedly shows the gunman in position moments before the shooting. Social media users have claimed to possess footage showing a figure on the rooftop, though authorities have not verified the authenticity of these videos. If genuine, such footage could provide crucial evidence about the shooter's positioning, timing, and potential escape route. Law enforcement has recovered what appears to be a high-powered rifle from the scene. Images circulating on social media show investigators examining what looks to be a precision rifle, though authorities have not officially confirmed the weapon type or specifications. In the immediate aftermath of the shooting, rumors spread on social media about the suspect's identity. Unverified reports described the shooter as an old man in a blue shirt, though these details remain unconfirmed by law enforcement. Video emerged showing what appeared to be the arrest of an elderly individual in civilian clothing, but the connection between this arrest and the shooting remained unclear. The investigation took a confusing turn when FBI Director Kash Patel made contradictory statements about custody status. At 4:21 p.m., Patel posted on social media, "The subject for the horrific shooting today that took the life of Charlie Kirk is now in custody." However, just over an hour later at 5:59 p.m., Patel issued a follow-up statement. "The subject in custody has been released after an interrogation by law enforcement." This rapid reversal raised questions about the initial arrest. Was the person detained actually connected to the shooting? Was it a case of mistaken identity? Or did the interrogation reveal information that led to their release? Anonymous sources suggest this was the work of someone with military or law enforcement training, though this remains unconfirmed. The FBI's contradictory statements, combined with unverified social media reports, have created confusion around the shooter's identity and status. What's clear is the technical proficiency. The single-shot accuracy from 200 yards, tactical positioning, and apparent escape plan all indicate advanced firearms training.
That's what I'm saying. You did the thing, you got the kill, you were able to escape, and for a hot minute, you were invisible. No one could find you. If it wasn't for the luck of a grumpy roommate of yours, we would have never found you. That is so crazy because his roommate was somebody that he trusted. So if it wasn't for the roommate backstabbing him, nobody else would have been able to help identify him.
Whether the perpetrator is in custody, released, or at large remains unclear due to conflicting official statements. Kirk was rushed to Timpanogos Regional Hospital at approximately 12:40 MDT, but the damage was too severe. President Donald Trump on Truth Social announces his death at 2:40 p.m. and is confirmed by a spokesperson for Kirk. The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States of America better than Charlie. White House. The campus was immediately evacuated, classes were canceled, the FBI rushed onto the scene. The attack raises serious questions about security at political events. The question now is whether this attack will change.
But was this considered a political event? I mean, was it considered a political event? Let me know, guys.
How political events are secured going forward. On September 10, 2025, at 12:10 p.m., American political discourse crossed a line that many hoped would never be crossed. A private citizen was assassinated for his political beliefs. The investigation continues. The questions remain. The implications are still unfolding. What is certain is that the precision and planning of this attack suggest we may be dealing with someone far more dangerous than a typical lone wolf shooter. The technical proficiency displayed, the single-shot accuracy, the tactical positioning, the apparent operational security points to someone with advanced training and experience. September 10th, 2025 will be remembered as the day political violence in America reached a new level. The day a single shot changed everything.
Guys, let me know what you think about that. Big shout out to Guru. I'm going to leave a link in his channel in my description so you could go check him out. He's been putting out some really good content. He did really good with this video. I want you guys to let me know if you think the unrest that's on social media about Charlie Kirk is a little overboard. Thank you for passing by and checking this video out with me as I unravel this. I'm going to unravel this further. So take a look out for a future video on this topic. Thank you very much for passing by. and you have a good one. Sweet dreams.